Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on another Big 12 team, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. First down play call, how aggressive will it be? To throw, it's Hall. Got him for a sack, a big play made them one of the senior leaders in this defense.
Wow, what a rough way to start this football game for these guys. Already kind of in a hole inside their own 20. And the first play, they give up a sack, and now they're going in the wrong direction, getting a little closer to their own goal line.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Defense not pressing this time. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Lets it go on the move, launching deep.
Well, without a safety over top, this quarterback, every time he sees one-on-one opportunities, trust me, he's going to take shots. He believes in his receivers. He's got receivers with speed that can win downfield. A great way to start this game with a big play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Manning.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Can he get there on the ground? He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, if you're going to win a national championship, when you get to third downs, you've got to find a way to convert. And here on this this opening drive. It's exactly what this offense has been able to do. This time on the ground, keep those sticks moving.
And the Trojans are going to keep this drive rolling. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Now rolling out to his left. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, SC. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Breaking free at the 35. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The shotgun running play call. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot, they can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Finding some room with the 25. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Trojans. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner steps out of bounds at the 17. Offense on the field to take over. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Defense is coming after him. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Here comes the USC offense back on the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? A pop pass on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive, and that will extend their lead even further. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He bought some time, now lets it go. Makes a quick grab. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And he drops back in the gun. Receiver makes the grab. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
The end of the 3rd quarter with the score. USC 17, Miami 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
USC.
Important second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Anytime you see a defense sit back in cover two, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on it. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of, so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Hall. Catch made on the left side. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
They're going to pick up a first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
The Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Handoff running right. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the 2nd down play. Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. And he's got it again. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And they add to the lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. In the clear at the 25. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James, and Frank Gore, and Willis McGahee, and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. Right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Going with the old counter run here. Runner with an impressive spin move there. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So they elect to send out the field goal unit, trying to add 3 points to their total before the end of the half. Long enough and good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
USA 20, Miami.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage.
Miami Hurricanes will take over 1st and 10.
offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the USC offense is back out on the field. Here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Your first down loss at 2nd and long from the 23. To the air, it's Hall. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
I like the call here, 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Last possession, a 1-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down play coming up. And here's the handoff. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Handoff from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
and set second down play here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's third down and short. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And it's good. The game is now tied.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Touchdown, USC. They'll take the lead in the second half.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Returner tackled right there. That's where they start the drive. This offense is rolling at the moment. It's first down and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Send the back in motion. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pocket breaking down. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been
airing this one out toward the sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown for the U. No chance to catch him. Monster. Another touchdown. His quarterback and receiver having a game we're never going to forget.
Well, and the defense right now has got to be pulling their hair out, trying to come up with ways to slow him down, whether they play zone or they play man. Nothing is working, and give credit to this quarterback. He just keeps dialing up his guy and keeps coming up with touchdowns.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
First down and 10 now. Looking downfield, it's Hall. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Can he take it all the way? Across midfield. The 30. Inside the 20. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Miami. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the USC offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick six last time out here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He's looking deep here. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. After that huge play, this offense is now in scoring position. They move into the red zone quickly.
Boy, Chris, you wonder what the next play will be for this offensive coordinator. Anytime you hit a big play like that, you get into the red zone, there's a tendency to want to go after the jugular, use that momentum to your advantage, and see what they call right here. Now, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside, the defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal.
You call a quick out on third down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern California. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other. The defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
He's running out of time here. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Oh, and it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Oh, Chris, You're in the fourth quarter, it's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes, the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
He'll hand it off. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Getting set. Here's second down. It's a shotgun run call. And that run produces a decent gain.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
The throw, it's Hall. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
This one is right through. And that puts them back on top. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. First and 10 now for the offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Oh, and he can't hold on. First down screen is incomplete.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. And he'll drop back here on third down. Slides the quick throw. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Well, they had everything that they wanted here late in the game. The ball in their hands, quarterback that can make plays, everything you want with a chance to take the lead and potentially win the game, and they fumble it away. Instead, the pressure now is on their own defense to come up with a big play to try to get the ball back.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second and long, but you'd expect another one here to try to bleed the clock. Scanning the field, it's Hall. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. They get him down after a short return. Wow, the offense will go to work for the 44.
Oh, my gosh. This defense got exactly what they needed. An interception at the right time to get the ball back to their own quarterback and offense to go down and potentially win this game.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirectional counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass here on second down. The receiver makes the catch, and he's tackled, but only after picking up the first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. The Canes will line up here on 1st down and goal. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So now we'll have a field goal attempt. One of the biggest moments of this game so far. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And the game is tied here in the final seconds.
Well, how about that? This guy comes in with all the pressure in the world, and he ties it up. I think we might be looking at some extended time in this one.
This is a squib kick, picked up by one of the up men. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground.
Of regulation with the score all time.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Hall. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
And a sophomore making an impact play.
This defense is playing inspired football with their backs near their own goal line. An incompletion, now a sack. What would the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
So we're set up now for the biggest third down attempt all game. Can the offense punch it in here in overtime? He's escaping the pocket now. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, you get this deep into an opponent's side of the field and come away with 3 instead of 6. Man, it is a letdown. That's certainly not what they're looking for here on third and long from inside the red zone.
So on fourth down, out trots the... Oh, and they blocked it! An enormous special teams play here in overtime. So this defense now needs to come up with something special to make a play to stay in this game in OT. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Second down coming up.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Tailback takes the handoff again. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Interesting call here. Third and medium in overtime. Will they just play it safe and set the kicker up for a field goal try to win it? Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
And he's got it. Ball game in OT. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting a close